Welcome to the show. Last night was fantastic. Thanks for the response. Absolutely amazing response. Nearly 140 likes. Less than 24 hours. Unbelievable. By 18 hours, I think it is. Fantastic. Johnny Jump. Good evening, Brian. Good evening, Johnny. Freedom. Hello, son. Bobby's okay. Emma's okay. Eli's still got a little bit of a bad paw. Paul Hobson. Hello, son. Freedom. Jimmy Jump there. If you would like to buy coffee, support the channel, blah, 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 on the top. That's a PayPal thing, I think, now. Yeah. Steve Mac, how you, son? Love you to bits. Give your love to my little niece. Lee Canwell. Hello, son. Hope you're okay. Good evening to you. Paul Hobson. How you, Paul? Hope you're feeling good tonight. Freedom there again. Steve Mac. Paul Cresswell. Hello, Paul. Hope you're okay, son. Great last night, wasn't it? It was absolutely hilarious. People from all over the world been commenting from everywhere. It was unbelievable. So 2,500 views already. He's done his napping. He's been on all day. I'll tell you in a bit. Adam 1992. Now then, Chavi. Now then, Mush. Get up there, Mush. Mr. C.T. John. Mr. T.T.I. John. Good evening, Brian. Good evening, mate. Rag, my eyes fucking cop. I'll have to sometimes squint to look at it. Rag Crow. Hello, big man. Hello there. Big Pat Robinson. Hello, son. Love you a bit. Anthony Lund again. Glenn Kopp. Haven't seen you for a while, Glenn. Hope you're doing okay, son. Razwin Akram. Hello, Razwin. Edgar Lee. Hello, Edgar Lee, son. Mike Weston. Another great lad. Jimmy White. Now the Scotch Bride. Now then, Scotch Bry. Hello, mate. I don't know if that's the Jimmy Cranky. Gary smashes that divvy. Oh, you've got him up already. Not slow in here. Use like I use. That's that crank all day long. He's obviously in the house sniffing his fucking glue. Saying all loads of shite he's been putting up. Therefore, Steve, a couple of those for him. Freedom, Big Papa Robinson. Doctor on call. Oi, big right. How you, mate? Edgar Lee again. Cindy, hello there. Love you, okay? Edgar Lee again. Johnny Jump. Hello, Johnny Jump. Johnny Jump. Exposed Cal Walker here, mate. Hello, Cal. Paul Cresswell, evening. Big Pat Robinson. Big Ben Cobb. Jim. What? Who? Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy's a good lad, yeah, from Blackpool. James Jameson. Hello, son. Yeah, Jimmy's a good lad from Blackpool. Good lad. Got me books. Jonathan Carlin. Hello, Jonathan. Another great lad. Glenn, Cindy together. Johnny Jump. Jimmy White. It's Jimmy from Blackpool. Yeah, Kevin's mate. Yeah. I remember you, mate. Spoke to you a few times on the settee when I was there on my bed. Totally. I was on the settee and I was on the bed, wasn't I? Jonathan, hi, Bride, Jonathan Carlin. Quite a bit of a bent out the window, looking out the window, getting in on suntan. You don't realise when you're out the window because it's hitting you full on. Bad in my face a bit. A little white as a sheet on here. Teeth are white. He hasn't got no to call me because I've got two teeth, but he hasn't got any. Fucking toothless wonder. It's always the ones who are backward in it who call you. You know, like, he's definitely backward, isn't he? He's definitely backward. The village where he's from, Stokesley, where he got chased out and got knocked out by us. The lad was 17-year-old who knocked him out, by the way. 17-year-old sparked him in the pub. And he didn't dare go to the place because they were a big travelling family. He fucking shit himself. He only hit him when he hit him a little fucking punch, a little bit of a left hook. And he took his fucking pie shop head came clean off. She was in the corner with all the pies. Mr. and Miss Piggy. Don't forget to push the like. See, if I don't tell you, no one says nothing. This is what I'm saying. We need to beat 140. We're not going to do that. 10 thumbs up out of 76 people. Come on, push the like buttons. Keep the channel going. So it's driving him mental because you're pushing the like buttons. It's driving him to Lally. Joe Lally means in Scotland. They drive me to the Barbicane to Nuthouse in Scotland. That's where he should be driving. He should be driving to the Barbicane. He should be nutted off He's definitely got one obsession with people, not just us, but everyone. You can't stand the jealousy in him. You can see the jealousy in him. He hates it. He hates people doing well for themselves. Anyone doing any better than him, he goes on and trolls them. Anyone who says, "Oh, that book you written about Lee wasn't that good," comes when he went, he said, "Pot calling kettle. Didn't your wife write your book?" Yeah, my wife did write my book. Me and my wife wrote my book together. I give Mother stories. She put some stories in, I put some in, but she did all the typing. She did the book, right? I've never ever disputed that, Jamie. You sit there pretending you're the fucking author of everything. I written this book. Now let me get you right. Paddy Maloney written his own books. You stole them books again and put your own name on them. Paddy had to buy the books back off you and reprint them again. Bob and Dave, they've written their own books. You told me that you said, I can't put my name to them. They're fucking shit. You said, everything's wrong. All the spelling's wrong and everything. No, you're just a liar. You just love to think you're better than everyone else. And you put your name on their book again. It was their book. Mighty Joseph Turner, we've established that. He written his own book. So there's 5 books. I've done 7 books this year. 2 of the books, one was Lee Duffy and one was Roy Shaw. You got £3,000 off the Lee Duffy book. Right, you're going to call my name, so I'll come back on today. I'll put everyone right. Adam, thank you, Paul. So what's happened? You've come on with all this shit today saying I'm homophobic. No, I'm not homophobic at all. When I used to have the E's and things like that, the lads who went to the gay club down the town used to get the E's off me, allegedly. And they'd give them 50, 60 every weekend. Get paid straight off them straight away. They'd pay straight away. Never had a problem. They used to come in the club. I had friends who used to train in the gym who were gay. My niece is gay. I've got friends in Redcar gay. Emma's landlord was gay. Dave, who she had a landlord. Known him for 30 odd years. Had a bit of a fallout with him, but never ever over things like that. Loads of people who I know, bodybuilders are gay. Never bothered me. Never ever bothered me. My mate Fred Tate, he used to sell the gay, but we used to meet him in the Travellers. Used to go to his house. He used to have a loft upstairs. It was all we used to be all off our heads in there, sitting in there and talking all night long. Me, Dave, Woody, Flea. All of us used to say, see you later, give him a cuddle and a kiss on the cheek. But nothing whatsoever against gay people. I've got friends who are all over the country who are gay people. So stop trying that little fucking one there to try and pull that in, because people know me. I've got no animosity towards anyone, whatever colour they are, whatever nationality they are. It doesn't bother me as long as you're polite to each other. If you're Catholic, if you're Protestant, if you're Jewish, if you're this, you're that, if you pray at the trees, you play at the water, you're lesbian, you're gay, whatever you are, I'm not bothered. What I'm saying is, you're sitting there and you go to the gay clubs. You've got a wife. You've got a kid. Your kid's at school. All these friends are laughing at him because of it. All these friends. We were up Hemlington, me and Emma, about a year and a half ago, when we were selling the books to get you your money for your mum. About 2 years ago, sorry, but 2.5. We were selling the books to get money for you, and we bumped into a woman up there, and she said, "Oh, I know him. The lad who goes to schools, his best friend. He's telling us everything. Jameson's telling him everything at school, what's going on in the house, the fight, the arguing, the Christmas Day saga where you were sniffing the shit up your nose and he was watching you do it, the kid, and you chased your fucking your stepdaughters out of the house. They all know the kids in school. They've all seen you. Brian Cockerill, the spacker, Brian Cockerill, the one, you give them that to go to school with. The kid's going around with that phone. The kids are going mad with him because my nephew's going up to it near that school and they're going to hit your son, and I stopped them doing it. So how am I attacking your son when I've stopped him getting beat up because of your fucking big daft mouth again, talking shit? So the kids went around to have a fight with him, and I stopped it. It was dinner time. They phoned me up, and I stopped them going around. I told you about this to give you a heads up and said, don't have to sell your son, don't worry him. But I've stopped it. So I went on to see the kid beating him. He's not a bad kid, but you just have to make lies on top of lies on top of lies to try and put people down. It was me who actually stopped your son getting a good eye because of you fucking blabber mouth. And let's get it right. You got kicked out of your house because you got caught in bed with Paul Daniels' son, the comedian. You got caught in bed. Your dad caught you in bed with a crack pipe in the house and threw you out the house. That's why you got kicked out of your house by your dad. And you were bringing drug dealers to the door because you couldn't pay the bills. That's why the lady even told you, right, Brian, about that. She said, because everywhere he goes, and Hemlington, Colby, everywhere, he's been chased off all the estates for selling drugs. He's been chased off all these places. It's Mr. PC Doyle, we'll call him. Always run the place. So now what you're doing, you go to YouTube. So what he's doing, say, for instance, I'll say, fuck you, Tommy Smith. And Tommy Smith goes, fuck you, Brian. But he's taken the bit off what I've said and leaving mine on and reported to YouTube. So I wonder what he's doing now. He's one horrible grasping police informer. And that's why all the kids couldn't stand you at school, because you were a snitch at school. You got chased out every time at school. So you've been chased out of every single town, every single place in Teesside. You can't come back. So I live in my own house here, 30 odd years. I've lived in Stockton for 35 years. I haven't moved. I lived in Middlesbrough for a couple of years. I lived in Redcar for 6 years. I've never moved, right, apart 3 times. You have to move all the time. You're on the run, hiding with the police because you're a snitch. You're a known police informant. So now you can't come back to Teesside ever again. So your son now can't stand you. He really can't stand you. He's at school telling kids I can't stand me, Dad. He's horrible. I've had to move again. All my friends have got to leave and everything through him every time because he can't stop offering people out, wanting to fight them. And when they come to the house, he phones the police. That's off your own son to his friends. You're a known snitch. So all day you've been putting shit on, telling him homophobic. No, I'm not homophobic. Never been homophobic in my life. People I know, like I say, Dave, my mate, he used to work for me, Lee. To sell bits and bobs for me, Lee. Duffy was the same. Duffy was never like that with anyone who was gay. He didn't give a shit. Same as me. He didn't give a shit. Didn't give a shit, Lee, about things like that. He wasn't bothered. He was not bothered. You know what he did like though? You know what he didn't like though? Snitches and fucking paedophile lovers. You write books on people. You laugh at people, children being raped. You laugh at Paul Sykes putting page 3 on the backs of people and raping them. That's why you're not liked. That's why you're not liked, because you're hated because what you do. And all these friends at school have seen you saying, "I'll fight you. When there's a jam. When there's a one, I'll fight you 1-to-1." You just there calling me a spack and a retard and a mong and all these horrible words. And loads of people have seen, well, not just loads, hundreds of thousands, maybe 1 million people seen it. Can't stand you for what you've done doing that, because they've got children, they've got mums and dads and uncles and nephews, and we've all got relations who are in wheelchairs. My auntie's 2 kids are in wheelchairs, and you doing that to people because you're fucking vile. You're a vile. That's the real Jamie Elvis Presley Doyle. The real you comes out when you're drunk. The real you, because it's an old saying, when people drunk and they talk, the truth comes out, and that's what you're like. Them videos, what we're all saying, it's on a video now, you can see it, where he's down London calling me. All these names want to fight me because he knew I was paralysed in a wheelchair, and he thought I'm going to be in that wheelchair for the rest of my life. Even the doctor said I could be in it for the rest of my life. And you were wishing it, you were praying on it, you were putting laughing faces on it, you were putting pictures of me in a wheelchair, you put the pictures of me in the wheelchair going, "Act Little Britain." You had that all them daft noises you were putting on. You were doing that to torture me. And then you were saying, "I'm going to rape your wife. How are you going to save your wife when you can't walk? How are you going to get up helping you daft old cunt?" That's the words. His words. You can hear him the way he talks. He's horrible. So them videos should be put up on health warnings to children not to take drugs. I'll guarantee you the drugs would drop right down in the UK. People are like, "Fuck that! I don't want to end up looking like him." You're 42-year-old. You look like an old man. I'm 60 next year. You're 42. You can't even come out the house. You're hiding all over. Just a shit house. When Steve Max ran you up the street, you're still all over the road now. You're a fucking coward. You run when somebody asks you for a fight. I'll tell a fight. Even if I get beat, I'm not bothered. You run it every single time you get a challenge off anyone because you're all mouth. I told Dale you went to the ABS 3 years in a row. Steve Max said you only had three sparring sessions. You got fucking battered all 3 times. You got chased out the 3 gyms. You got chased out of another gym for stealing the blue box where they put the money in for the kids. You know, the money when you put it in for the charity for Christmas, he stole the box. He's seen on video stealing the box. Then you went and did a raffle with Terry. You went to a place, pretended to Terry you sold all the tickets. You hardly sold the ticket because you can't sell them. You didn't have it. When I went, it sold straight away. You couldn't sell them tickets because you're fucking useless. You did the same with that other man. The footballer, you only sold 2 tickets. You told the woman you told him he sold 200 tickets. You only sold 2. Just lie all the time, just to try and bully yourself up. And you do go anywhere, like Sean Atwood's, wild man. See off his fucking head. Look at the state of his. Who the fuck's he? I went, "That's Jamie Elvis Presley, Jamie Doyle." Was it Tommy? Oh, right off, Tommy. So you just tell lies all the time. Now you're saying I'm homophobic. Well, that's very, very good thing to say, isn't it? Because you fucking made a fool of yourself again. Because all them people I know out there used to work for me. Like I said, quite a few people I know in Recounting, things like that. Again, didn't bother me one bit. Never has done. Doesn't bother if somebody's black, somebody's yellow, somebody's green, somebody's purple, somebody's a fucking alien. Doesn't bother me. As long as we all in the same boat, we all cry, we all have tears, we all get upset, we all have days up and down, and we all have friends. Well, you've got no friends. You haven't got any friends. The only friends you've got, let me tell you then the number. Hold on, see if I can remember the number. Let me think. I think it starts with 9. Let me think. 9. I'm sure there's another number. I'm sure there's one more number. I think it could be 9 again. 999. That's your favourite number. You phone that phone number that many times. It's got your fucking name on it. Jamie Doyle. Oh, it's the Doyle. 999. It's the Doyle. He's on the phone again. More malicious communication. More fucking bullshit. No one believes a word you say because you're a liar, compulsive lying. You've been caught wanting. Weird city to see you there, mate. Paul Cresswell. Oh, son. Yeah, so he's been found. Now he's got Johnny Jump. He's had to move right out of the area. So how am I targeting your son? Come on, where am I targeting? All the people are here watching me every night. I'm on here every night. I'm not targeting your son at all. I actually took your son out the house and walked him on the street when you were bullying him. A few times I got him away from you. You're the fucking bully. When it doesn't go right, you blame the kid. You blame your wife. And you aren't going out, man. You go down the town, you go to the gay clubs, and you go in looking for young boys to pay them. You're abusing young boys. You're paying them. Them people. I think the people who are on the street, it's sad, where I'm having to sell the body because they're on addiction, because they've probably been raped and things like that and abused as kids. So they then do come along and pay them money to sleep with them. You're abusing them. And you're on there going, at the train station, your words and your video, does anyone know where the rent boys are? Point me to the right direction. That's you at the train station on the tube down London. Then you're in the gay club buying them all brandies, infested there, pretending you're down there, sleeping on the streets, homeless. You weren't sleeping homeless at all. You were sleeping in hotels. You're on the phone non-stop. So how would your battery be full if you're on the street sleeping homeless? And you went down when it was fucking red hot. It was the summertime. Go down the winter time with a fucking blanket or something. Proper do it. You couldn't do it. You've gone down there. You only went down there when you were in the gay clubs every day. That's what you were doing. And all we see the kids are torturing your son. You are torturing your own son, and you're getting your fucking son tortured because of what you're doing. And that's why your mum, dad, brother, sister, dad, none of them will let you in the house because you're a thief. You've been jailed for thieving. You've been in jail for burgling people's houses. I haven't been to jail for burgling or thieving. I've been to jail for driving offences. That's all I've got on my mind. And falling down the stairs into police officers. That's it. And kicking van doors up. Aggravated, but not burglary. I got done for aggravated burglary. I got off because I saved Chris Curry's life. I saved the lad's life. You would have went in the fucking house with the people with weapons. You're a coward. So all this stuff you do, you keep going about, shouting and bawling. Why don't you come and meet me? Be a man. Come and meet me. Man to man. Do old school. I'll meet you. You keep shouting your mouth off on me and you keep going to the police and keep, help me, please, officer, bullying me. Like a little fanny. You're an absolute little fanny. That's what you call your son. Your words you say to your son, shut me, little fucking fanny. That's how you talk to your kid at home. And that's why your wife always falls out with you. Why she always fucks off to Harrogate to her mum's. And you said to Terry, when the mice are away, the cats will play. No, when it was it? Cats away, the mice will play, yeah. That's what you like to say. And we know exactly which girls you were going there. Because Kendra knew, didn't she? Terry Dicko's daughter. But your wife asked him, well, and you probably sleep with the women paying them and that. I'm not sure. I think it's funny. No, you're desperate, Shirley, because you can't get another man. And that's why you stick with him. And you told me even your sister couldn't stand him. Your sister said he's horrible. No one, we were at the wedding, there wasn't one person liked you or your wife. You know, one person at the wedding liked him. 200 people at the wedding. And everyone said, he's horrible him. He's horrible him. Every fucking person will come up with me. Now, I stuck by him. Beals eels, jellies eels. You forgot the rest to put on. Red City Beals eels, jelly eels. See, I know who's who on here. Please press the like buttons. Go on, Cal, you tell him, love. Yeah, pretend to be Carol's friends. Pretend to be Carol. Pretend to be Carol, Shirley. Shirley Smith. Shelley Pie Shop, pretend to be Carol Edwards, which is Lee Duffy's partner, the mother of his children. Right? Pretended to be for months and months. Oh, yeah, say Louise and Sarah. It's me, Carol. We haven't seen you since school. Oh, you don't know exact things they said, but obviously to keep somebody going all that time, that shows you how 6 years in the end. So your wife's a fucking sicko, and you're a sicko, pretending to be other people's, got no fucking friends, pretending to be someone, Carol, to see if you could get some dirt on her. There was no dirt on the lady, none whatsoever. She was loyal with Lee all the way through it. You come out with all the lies about her because she wouldn't give you stories, nothing, or any letters from Lee from when she obviously used to live with him. She used to send a letter, 475 letters in the solicitors in the vault. So she's got all them letters in there. And when I was telling stories about Lee, she went, you've got that spot on. That's put on that one, this one, that one. Then she a couple I got right a little bit wrong. She went, you know what? He has told you all these stories. And she knew I wasn't making it up. You try to infiltrate, pretend to be Carol, if you could be Carol. Fuck, you've seen the state of you, Carol. Fucking clip me, eh? Fucking more. 18 Carol's more like. Fucking hell. Pie shop. Fucking pie shop. Most of them, he spent all the money on drugs and drinks. She spent all the pies. Fucking the shop, the shop, it's Stokesy, where she went to pies, it's gone bankrupt. They've fucking gone bankrupt. They've said that they had about 8 people on there. They've only got 2 people working in there. She doesn't go in every day now. She's fucking pie shops. They're at Thirsk now, pretending they're at Newcastle. Was at his first job yesterday. So today, I don't think he's gone today because he's been all day texting unless it's pie shop there. She pretends to be him. But he pretends to be, you've seen him. You walk around, you're going about these things to me, Mr. Gobshite. You're walking around with your wife's dress on. You call yourself Beryl. What's that got to do with homophobia? No, you're just a weirdo. You just want to be Paul Sykes. Nuncy Paul Sykes. He was an nuncy. He's uncy, wasn't he? We all know he was a little uncy. And you like all that stuff. That's why you've got Jimmy Savile. And fucking Rolf Harris and all them on. Jack the Ripper, Yorkshire Ripper. Hello, little Eli boy. Hello, baby boy. Hello. You'd look well off him, wouldn't you, hanging off his face for 20 minutes? You'd look well hanging off his chops, wouldn't you? Hey, you chops.
Steve's going to give him...
hey, chops.
Steve Mac's got a few of them real things to chill him out though for a few days. It's good, innit? Come on, you need resters, more resters. Don't say hello to Dad.
My son. Weird City.
Look at him with his tail.
Went off months, friends and furious. What's that, Carl? Yeah, it was a bad, Brian. It went on for months and it was furious. Yeah, he was absolutely fucking. She's insane, Carol. As we said, I think she's about like Carol. We said this. We said, me, Emma, and Carol said she's 70% of the texting and he's 30%. Stinks that smoke.
Smoking.
Can smell smoke, Emma. I smell it a mile away.
You like one?
It knows do well.
You like one? What's this? Come on. What have I got?
You like?
Come on, sunshine. Come on.
It's got the phone or something.
The shoe. Come on, love.
He likes to have a shoe. The shoe, son.
What's your legs on there? Come on.
Go on, baby. I've got that now.
Come on.
I've got the shoe.
Come on. What's
Okay,
this?
Mum.
Come on, take it.
Out. Ungawa. Out.
I don't think you can get over the edge. I don't think you can get over the table with his legs. Come on, Eli. Come on.
All right.
Come on. He's got his legs stuck on the back one spine.
Yes.
Yes.
He hasn't. He hasn't.
He just got him over.
No. Hello, Irish bully, all right? Yeah, she's told me plenty of tales, and we've told each other me over the years. Yeah, wide eyes, piggy eyes. If piggy eyes, more pies, because no matter how many you give her, she wants more. Like I said to you, I went in one day, and we were doing that. I know I've told you before, but for the people I haven't told, that's funny, you'll have to last. So I'm going to do the first interview with him. So I goes in his house. Me and Bobby goes in, left Scrappy in there. God bless him. So goes down. It's like a 4-hour interview. So I said, okay. So goes in, and as he goes upstairs, and he's fucking, I'm not joking, I'm on Scrappy's grave, on Matty Turner's grave, my brother's grave, clothes all over the floor, stinking, pissy fucking underpants and knickers and everything all over the floor. Fucking hell. Just all piled up on the floor. A tray, like a big tray like that, all broke like crusts on it of pizza, parmesans, empty bottle, quarter of a box of parmesan, quarter of a box of that bread, garlic bread, and plates everywhere, like 20 plates out. Instead of washing the plates as soon as you finished eating, she just leaves everything. So anyway, it was like 20 plates and all the knives and forks. So he was upstairs getting ready for about an hour. While he was up there, I put all the dirty washing. I've got some gloves off the side. I put the dirty washing in the washer, all the whites in. I put the stuff in, fabric cleaner, soap powder. Was it soap powder? Yeah. Put the washer on, short wash. Then I did the, I cleaned all the thing. I had to scrape it. I leave it in the sink for 20 minutes and scrape it off. Cleaned all that, cleaned the oven out, put all the trays in the oven, washed all the plates, put all these plates away. I had to look up the cupboards, didn't know where they went. Put all the plates and cups in all the cupboards. Put all them clothes in, washed 30 minutes. And then the next clothes in, come down, he went, fucking hell, the whole room was spotless, mopped the floor, hoovered it first, dusted all the tops. The dust was like that, I think about a quarter of an inch thick of dust. Dirty woman there, really dirty bastard. And now cleaned the whole fucking house. He's even on the video. He goes, he's doing a video. He goes, just to let you know, the taxman just told me house for me. Come downstairs. He's cleaned the whole house. So he even had bits out on the video. So I've done all that for them. He's called me fucking names. Anyway, she comes back from work. So we're in the house because we've been doing like whatever. So she comes home. She's got a bag like that. You know, you get like a bag done, like that. So she's got a pie, baked steak bake, a cheese bake, I think it was. And she's got 4 things in there and another 2 in another bag. So she stood over there in the corner there, and I'm sitting. She's like that, looking at me, staring at me. And I'm having to talk because she has to keep quiet. And she's rattling the bag, and she's going, eating the pie, and then she's using it, and she's getting me fucking nerves. She's picking bits off one and holding the bag. She's picking bits more off the pie like that and all that. And then all of a sudden she's doing that, looking at me, listening to me talking. She's missing the bag because the bag's open. She's trying to get the crumbs to fall in the bag. So this has gone on for fucking like non-stop for hours. This has been going on. And she went, she opened the lid, looked at it, looked round, the bottle of pop. A big 1.5 litre bottle of pop, iron brew. She got a full pint glass, full of glass to the top, and went, the whole lot. She drank it all in one go. I went, fucking hell. And then she started on the next pie. And this went on for about 4 hours. I'm not joking. And when I looked, she stood there. She had this big white bag, dropped that all in like a fucking horse bag. And when I looked at her feet, there was a mountain of fucking crumbs. Like a mound of crumbs off all the fucking stuff. And then she finished. I thought, that's it. She only went into the next bag and it was 2 cakes. And she had 6 fucking items straight off. I looked at her, no fucking wonder you put weight on. She said, is it no good for you, that pop? I said, that's got thousands of calories in that, a full 1.5 litre bottle of pop. So I said, what are them? What you having? I thought it was a party or something. There was cakes and stuff all over. Would you come in, put them in? So I said, what are them for, the party? And I said, no, that's just for me, for the weekend. She said, I don't drink tea or coffee, so I just drink pop. I went, 1.5 litres, iron brew, 4 of them, and 4 Pepsi, full fat, sugar. And she stood there and goes, no, and she's like, fucking off with it on sugars. I said, that's seriously, the amount of calories in that, thousands of calories. Pie shop, that's what we call it, pie shop. She's never out on the way to work. She walks down, she goes past the cake shop, pie shop, she goes in there every day, she used to. And she'll get her stuff in the morning for breakfast. She'll get a bun, like a sausage or meat or whatever, a bun, and she'll have that, or some type of a bun in there, sticky bun. And she gets the bus to work, and she does it again when she gets to work. More pies up the other fucking place, Greg's. She lives out there. She doesn't cook. She can't cook. She's fucking useless. And the poor kid's upstairs in the bedroom. She's in the bedroom and she's typing in the books. And he's downstairs with his fucking talking to his fucking ladies of the night on his fucking white 98, fucking whatever the fucking number she said they are. She's always on there talking to the girls. He's going to leave me for a lass called Joanna. That's what you mean? She said, Colin, that's what telling me. Give me dope. Give me dope. Coke, Joanna. Give me dope, Joanna. In the morning comes. Teddy sang that song because she phoned Teddy up and said, has he met some girl in Isaac Wilson? She said, because she's texted up saying she wants to come and meet me. He's going to leave me for her. I don't know what the shit. Don't know what this one was called, but this was another one. So she was a bit loopy. This woman with Teddy. He's going to hammer the author and all that shit. She was like he was a fucking millionaire. No bullshitter. So she was sending messages back. No messages on. He was doing that to her. She went, do you want outdoor sex? She was sending messages out. Teddy's got the video. Teddy's still got the video. And then he was sending messages with wearing women's lipstick. Teddy's got that. Teddy put on the internet long ago. He's one weirdo. And that's why the kid can't stand you. He tried to make the kid box, he couldn't box. All right, we'll scrap him now and we're going to go abroad. Right. What happened is some bastard pinched me Cosworth. So me and Bam Bam, who was a good friend with Flea Max, Steve Sandall from Grove Hills with me. I said, somebody's pinched my fucking car now, I've got it. I paid 12 grand for it. It was a J Reg 4x4 Cosworth, white one. And I had £2,000 worth of money on the top off gear. Come in, we'd been out, I got the car. And I spent about 6 grand on actuators and tyres and stuff. So I had about nearly 20 grand all in with the car. So I'm in the house, right? I used to have different houses. I had one in the village, the duck pond that was called Dragon Court. I had one called Sheraton Park, this is where my car got stolen. I had one in 29 Rothbury Grove, Roseworth. I had one in Durham Road, near the bus stop at the top. There's a bus stop there, and they were watching me there, the police. And he had cars all over them places. And he had 6 people working for me. I had all them cars, and I used to pay the tax, test, insurance, make sure the cars were right. I used to have some mechanic to make sure everything was right in case the cops stopped them. So you get these daft bastards. I say, don't fucking speed. The speeding like say 35 mile an hour on a 30 mile an hour road. And I've got 2 kilos of coke in the car. They're fucking divvies out. You see them in the telly going to jail. Instead of doing like 28 or something, or 25, they're going faster. So they're going to get pulled. So when they get pulled, what's that smell? You can smell the drugs. You can smell coke if it's open, and you can smell speed. It smells like cat piss. Really strong speed. Really, really fucking strong. I remember me having 9 ounces once, and I put it in the back garden. I dug it under the grass. I thought I'd leave it till the morning because it was over 1 o'clock at night, and the lads must have come, never got it. So I put it in the back garden, dug a little hole, come out the next day. The fucking cat had dug the fucking bag up. The bag was on the fucking concrete. I went, fucking hell, if the cops come and had been caught. It was just under like a little paving stone. I dug it up a little bit, and then I put the stuff under there, 9 ounces. But anyway, so my car gets pinched, and he had them. I'm in bed like this, half asleep, half awake. And then I heard the noise because the houses were made of wood, nearly all wood outside. They were concrete and wood, but when it's hot, the wood starts, when it cools down the night, it used to make a noise, like creaking noises, fucking terrible houses. Really posh area. Anyway, fucking, I could hear the noise of it. I thought, hey, what's she doing? Fucking taking rubbish out this time, right? Laid in bed. And what it was wood windows. You made it like that with a little lock, and the little cunts had got in, Cosworth. And with the Cosworth, I had a fucking cut-out switch underneath it. You could put like a little cut-out switch, switch it on. That would stop the fuel going to the engine. It would just cut it off. And I never had that on. Fucking idiot, I never had it on. I never thought anyone would dare pinch him. Well, obviously they didn't know I lived there because I was like Roseworth way, which is just about half a mile away from it. So I hear the bum went after my fucking car, so I've run downstairs. And they'd gone, fucking guts. Anyway, next day, Bam Bam come for me. We went out. It was, say, Friday night, Saturday. All the lads Marty pulled over. Every cunt on the streets looking for this car. Everywhere, every cunt looking for it. Spud come, Smalley, Speedy, every fucking thing. Everyone you can think of, I had looking for this car. John D, every cunt was looking for it for us. Anyway, I got a tip off, he's in this house. It goes round, RSW tyres, like these Cosworth tyres. So I've got in the fucking door, boom. The lads come out, car thief. grabbed him by the fucking neck. Where's my tyres? Oh, they're out the back, they're out the back. So I've gone out the back. I've got in, Flea was busy. Went, oh, where's them fucking tyres? I went to get the tyres. It was the wrong one. So we're off an RS fucking Escort, no car. One of them instead. It was a different fucking type thing. Anyway, I had a fucking top of the range diamond ring, and I grabbed the lad and it fell off my hand. I didn't even know. So he phoned me up, got my number. Phoned me up, said, if you left your ring here, mate. I went back round and I gave him 100 quid for giving me the ring back. I said, sorry about that, Tony. He went, that's all right. So anyway, I spud it. He had me all over and bam. So we were driving round. I'm not joking. This is no lie. You know I don't lie. We're driving around and no fuckers on the street. I mean, nobody. It's just like desolate. So we're going around the council estate. They're all just shutting the doors like fucking shite themselves. Here, come here, wouldn't you? If you car thief, if you bitch about fucking car. So I was doing that. Anyway, I was in Hardwick and Piper Old Road. And then I was shouting, he said, if you see my fucking car, you couldn't. Like, I'll proper gun was there, 20 odd £1,000 here. And then the cops went, just fucking give me his car back. Only like they were saying this to different people. Give me his fucking car. So I was going, nobody was getting any canvas through. It was all stopped because me and fucking Bam Bam were everywhere looking for him and other gangs. So these two coppers come to another way. I went, fuck off, you daft cunt. Bam Bam said, fuck off. I'll brick your copper or not. He picked a building brick off the road. He was going to hit him with a brick. And behave with CID, this copper. So the next minute, these fucking senators chased him. Anyway, fucking Bam Bam's in his car, he had a Cosworth. So he's fucked off and couldn't catch him. Him and Craig Howe were the best two drivers ever. So I did a runner. So the cops were after me. So I thought, fuck this. Say, Flea said, fancy going abroad, let's fuck off. So I got, in them days, you could get a passport. You could just put and pay for it over the post office. You get a year's passport. So I paid for it. I went abroad. We went to this island and we got on the plane. And I went to this island and I looked on the bus and I thought, have a look on the bus. He went, what? I said, we're the youngest fuckers on the bus. I was about 26, 27, I think, maybe 27, 28. All the others were like 7 and 8. It's like a June Derby and June club. I went, no, how did we get there? So we got there. Other running went, oh, yoki cookie cookie. 4-1, 41. It was a fucking old woman, an old men's fucking place. I was like, fucking, that was all Germans as well. And it was Spanish, there was no English. The only English were there were all fucking 60, 70, 8-year-olds from Wales. Like, all right, big fella, do you fancy a dance? Do what fuck? He's going to pop an E in them out. So we took 40E with us. Maybe a lad called Steve. So we were there, me, Flea and Steve. Anyway, it goes out on the daytime. We went down the gym. There was a bench. And all the most you could get on it was £500. So I got on and did 10 reps for £500. And they come over, all these Spanish people, you crazy strong man and all that stuff. And they loved us there. Anyway, the next minute, it goes to the other place, it was full of Germans. It was like a resort mainly for Germans. So we goes home to the hotel, we were in the hotel, so there was a big bed. They had the big bed and I had the little bed. And you had like a safe in there, you could put your money and stuff. So I think I took about $3,000 with us. So I put the money in. And we get to a place called, we're in there anyway, so it goes out of the night. And it's called the Boogie Boogie, this club. So it goes in, minging drunk, Bacardi and Coca-Cola Bacardi. On stage, fucking Mr. Boogie Boogie and all this fucking shit they used to have. So I had these American bottoms on, like proper American bottoms. You've seen me, and I'm squatting with them on. And flashing little trainees that come out, they only just come out from the mate, Tomo got me them. So we're in this nightclub. It's about 10 o'clock. Next minute, he went, oh, you're looking at this fucking Spanish lad. I went, no, mate. I was fucking huge. And I went, no, I had a vest on, a pink vest I had on, like a pinkish vest, dead tight, with these American bottoms the same colour. Next minute, he threw this punch at me. So I went, bang, fucking hit him, lifted him over the table, smashed all the glasses. Next minute, they picked fucking cautious up. These fuckers run at us. It set us up, the fuckers. So anyway, I hit two of them and threw two down the stairs. So these stairs were like that. So it goes to the top, and fleeing them went that way, and I went straight ahead. As I come out, the police come in and grab hold of me. Then the Guardia come, which is the army. They went, you're in the fucking, shouting whatever, but he could speak a bit of broken English. And he made them put handcuffs on me back, and we went, come on. So his fucking brother owned the fucking club, the main copper. And my father all broke me on the floor, these fucking Spanish cunts and everything. So I rolled myself round like that and got up off me fucking, I got the handcuffs on, rolled myself round. Obviously, I was a lot fitter then. I stood up. So I ran at them and ran at about three of the four and hit them with my shoulder and knocked them all flying. You crazy bull. And they pushed me down again. I was fucking covered in bruises. So going back to the hotel, No, so they got me locked up, and anyway, they've gone back to the hotel. Fleeing, they're knocking on, let us in, and there's about 30 of them behind them, fucking hitting them with sticks and all sorts. They had big fucking cosh things. Anyway, they were bashed all fucking cut. I mean, I was cut. So we got put in the back of a fucking, like an army vehicle, like the Jeep thing they're in. We're in the back of there, driving, and this fucking noise. We're going over this place, it's all sand. So we're like, where are we fucking going here? It's the middle of nowhere, because there's lights are getting like less lights. They're like, right, okay, you out, vehicle. So, do you want to pay us something out? No, we're not. Anyway, so we fucking get out the vehicle, handcuffed and all that shit, right? Goes that and go, right. Lock the guns like that and put the point of the guns at us like that. We went, hey, fucking hell, man, we're only fucking, like, not like fucking shit ourselves, we did. Pitch black in the middle of nowhere. We went like that, you know, put fucking load of the rifles, and went like that and went, we play big joke on you. We play big joke on you. I thought, fucking hell, shit myself on us to dead. Middle of nowhere, the cunts are going to shoot us here. It's like one of them films you see, fucking, yeah, they went, we play a big joke. Fucking wasn't a joke, believe me. Me and Flay were like, fucking hell. So we're getting about away. I thought, this is not like England. You can't kick off of here. You can't slap them over here and throw them around. So we're in there, nice as fucking pie. With my hands were killing me because being big, couldn't hardly get my hands behind my shoulders. No, my shoulders were huge. So I'm locked up with these fucking handcuffs on me. Fucking hands are killing me everywhere. It goes to the police station. Must have been about fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. We're in there next minute. This woman, we're in there all night. We're in there from 2 till 8 the next morning. Dying of thirst. Anyway, this kid who we were fighting, the Spanish lad, he went, who you looking at? He went, no, this, no right. He went, I phoned brother. So he phoned his brother, and his brother was the chief of police. And he come in, he went, you handcuff them off now. Handcuffs off, give them water. And he was nice to block. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Fuck, he was nice. You could say he was a human being. So we locked up anyway. Handcuffs off. Me fucking hands were killing me. They were all cut and everything. My fucking wrists swelled up like balloons. Now, people tell you, Steve, you'll be like that. Apart from you probably know, when you've got handcuffs, they're fucking horrible when you're massive. Your arms behind your back. You can't get your arms, like when they come last time for me, I couldn't put my hands behind my back because of the injuries. So anyway, we're in this place. It's a fucking tiny little police station in the middle of nowhere. A couple of houses. But this lad's come with, like I say, the chief of police. What going? You know my boogie. It's like, what's called boogie. So fucking hell's like, no more, sir. No more. Promise you. We'll be good now. So anyway, we're in here, and so he has to type the fucking statements out. I'm not joking. He's wasting fucking boil on the typewriter. One figure typing. It took 14 hours and hours to do. So anyway, Thomas Cook come. So we were with. She's a young lass, about 25 from there. She went, don't say nothing. There's another lad, gay lad. And because he was talking to a girl, and he battered him to death with just truncheons. But he was gay as well, this kid. Just bullies. So we were like, fucking hell, we're going to have to be here also. So Flay, there's a bucket of water. He said, he took his shoes off and his socks. He put his feet in the bucket. They were going fucking mad with him. It was water to drink. But his feet were fucking killing. So we're there. And so they said to Steve, we need to see your passports. Now, we found out later, I'll tell you that bit later on. So anyway, we're in the hotel. The passports are in the hotel safe. There's $3,000 amount. They've got about 1,500 quid. It's all the Spanish type money. And I went to fucking E, 40 fucking E. So it's 40 E in there. One lad got caught with 5, was it 2 E, I think, and 5 joints. Got 5 year. We've got 40 ecstasy in the fucking safe with fucking £3,500 fucking pound or £4,500. I'm like, oh God, it's like fucking, remember that film when he gets whacked with his feet? Remember Billy Hayes, I think he was called, when he got caught in abroad in Turkey, I think it was. Oh, we're going to anybody like him? Oh, fucking, I am fucking ill. I'm proper ill. I'm thinking we're going to get 5 years in here. You do the full fucking 5 years in jail. Oh, I can't do 5 years over here. We'll be fucking ill, be done in. I'm sat there in this fucking place waiting. I'm shitting so anyway. So I thought, well, fuck. As soon as you open that thing there, they're going to see the E and get the E. So they give key. The manager went, no. I give key to him. They're not your. That's your stuff and all like that. Without the manager, we were fucking lucky here. So when this lad called Steve went in, I can't remember his second, he's from Middlesbrough, he's about 12 stone, nice kid. And he'd come with us. He had fuck all, we paid for everything for him. He paid for his flight and I paid for everything else. But anyway, we were in there, me and three were like waiting at the police station. Fucking sweating, a little tiny bench that big, I couldn't hardly move on it, it was fucking terrible. Come in there, he went, found the E. I went, I never felt so bad in my life. I nearly threw up all over us. I did. A fucking nightmare. We're going to be fucked. We could get 10 years here. I'm thinking of the worst because we're at the back of the station now. So we're in the back of the station. There's a little bit more room. There's a couple of chairs in there. He went, I'm only joking. I went, I'll fucking smash your face in. He said, I said, what happened? He went, what happened to Cub? He went to open the safe. He said, open the safe. He went, no, I can't give the key to yours. They've paid for the room. It's their property. It's their safe. So you can open it, you can look. So as he went in the safe, he opened the key out, really lucky, opened the safe, and he just grabbed all the money, went and threw it on the bed. Went, oh, looked at all the money. And the E were in there, and he just threw the E on the floor and then kicked him under the fucking bed, like a little bag about that. You only get a bag of Coke about that big. So it's back like 40 E, and he's just pushed him under the bed. So I'm thinking, oh, fucking great. And I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute. It's fucking, what about when they go in to clean the room at 10 o'clock? Oh, it was fucking terrible. No fucking panicking all the time. Anyway, we had to go to this fucking place. It took us right on the other part of where it is, because Palmer was at the other side. Near there, Palmer was there, Magaluf was the other side. So we've gone to like the fucking place where it's the old people. So they've taken us to this other part where this bloke, remember the Fantasy Island? The little bloke off Fantasy Island, the plane boss, him. He said, Nelly went, you'll be very naughty. No more Coca-Cola, no more Boogie Boogie. You know, the nightclub was called Boogie Boogie. He said, been very bad and all this fucking shit. So can we explore the British consulate? So we phoned the British consulate. They come on, fucking Spanish bloke. Oh, we've heard all about you. We've heard you've been kicking off another. I don't know what his words in fucking how well the words. You can't do that over here. It's a different place and all that fucking stuff. We've already talked about you down here, blah, 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 and all that shit. So they fined us £1,500 fucking pound. I swear to God, there was one table when I ate the lad, they punched me, ate the glasses. They said I'd done there £1,500 with the damage I had to pay. I said, I'll just pay it. I had to pay £1,500 in them days. You're talking fucking hell, I was 27. So all them years ago, I had to pay the £1,500. So I was bad out of there. And what happened is, not bad, so they said I had to go back to court. That's like, fuck you, I'm not going back. So they sent the details to my house back home because I had my passport. They give me that back, but they had my passport and sent me what the people said, what happened in there. He pulled a knife out, they said. Never had a fucking knife in my life. Must be the same one Jamie Bell's on about. I had a load of fucking shit. And then when we were there, we said, fuck this, we'll go to the other park, we'll go and see Chipper. Our friend Chipper used to have it was called the Red Lion, and it was Sean Day's friend. So we go to see Chipper. Chipper was the DJ, like out there, fucking bomb, all that stuff. Lee Henry was there, my old friend, who fucking shitty ass boy used to lick his ass, running all over for Liam and Patrick, two Irish lads. They wanted to be them ones once as well. He's always been wanting to be somebody else. He's a fucking little weirdo. But he was with a gay lad that day when I first met him. And he was about 15, 16. He was with his gay boyfriend that day. And not me being almost thingy. It's you. That's what you're like. I can't be like if you like sleeping with women and men. It's not my fault. You're just a fucking weirdo though. But so they let us go home. But we got the stuff coming back. And when I come back, the cops arrested me. Me and Bamble got arrested for threats to beat up a police officer. And we went to court, got kicked out at the end. It was fucking shite. But my car never got my car back. I went everywhere. I've kicked doors in everywhere. Fucking never got it back. So I lost 20,000 fucking pounds on the car. Little scumbags from Newcastle, they said it was. But that was us. So we went to Magaluf though. We stayed there for about, I think we'd only been out of the place, 3 or 4 days. So we had 14 days we went. So we had 10 days left. So I went in Mr. Bananas it was called. The nightclub's called Bananas. Anyone's been to Magaluf, you know what I'm on about. And I was in that. I won the Mr. Bananas. I won the bottle of champagne being on stage. I had just a pair of shorts on that. I won. There was loads of the other people in there. It was good time. So we were in there. And Chipper said, I've been on this island for 12 years. And I've never, ever seen an Alsatian on this island or a dog. You've been in here 2 nights and there's 2 Alsatians outside sniffing dogs. I've never, ever seen it in this whole island. I've never seen a dog in 2 years I've worked here. I've never seen a dog on this island. You've been here 2 fucking nights, the dogs are here. So they were on us. So we had obviously the eating that, so we were popping them in there and stuff. So then we went to this fucking big, massive nightclub. What was it called? Oh, fucking hell. I can't remember the name of it now. It was massive. And the floor opened and all water in the bottom of everything. It was fucking huge. Magaluf. I can't think of the name of the club now. And there was big ballman from England that taught me. And you do a big fella and we let you with tracksuits and that and stuff. And anyway, there was this woman in there, and I sussed her straight away. She was going to this one and that one. And I thought, you've got high heel shoes on, stockings or tights. You wouldn't. Any raver would not wear tights because of the heat. And you're in Magaluf, fucking boiling, summertime, and she's walking around, and then the other ones wearing normal shoes. I thought you wouldn't wear normal shoes. You'd have your trainees on to dance about it and stuff like that. You would not fucking go to a rave or wait with a suit on. He's got a suit and tie on, and she's got the gear. The cops. I said they're cops. The cops, them the cops. So I give the gear to one of the girls who we knew there. I give her one because we were like 30, 40 quid a piece at the time in there because it was obviously abroad. But if you get caught, you were hammered. But there were foreigners about. I said, let's get the fuck out of here. Anyway, we went back to Chippers and I used his phone. He was fucking mad. It cost him 300 quid for the phone. Yeah, but we stayed over there for a couple of weeks. Come back, got nicked. Got in the car, got kicked out. But never got my car back. The country 20 grand and 2 grand on the mantelpiece. It worked out. Lost the fucking lot. But I had money coming out of my fucking ears. I did. It was unreal. Quaver's on. Oliver Quaver. Hangman had it from Edinburgh. I need bother for that big man. You need bother. Linthorpe Road had many good restaurants, to be honest. And Linthorpe good. Yeah, it did. Hell and Eat was good. The Europa was good. Good. They were the best. They were the proper parmesans. They were the first places. 12 parmesans was there in Redcar in the whole of the northeast. There were always Greek lads who had them. Tony had one. El Greco's another one at Redcar. The Amy's was another one at Redcar. They were 2 Greek lads. And parmesans took off in the northeast. Fucking nobody had heard of them. Not a soul had heard of them till they came along in probably the 70s, I think. It's Perth. Closing, Perth, BCMs, that's it. BCMs, you've got a spot on, that's the nightclub. BCM's the biggest nightclub, but yeah, that's it. Fucking absolutely mega it was. I was in there, every couple was jumping on me, get the pictures and all that. Fucking, everyone's got cameras and both got cameras, with them little fucking shitty cameras. I like they have now. I want fucking pictures of me because I was fucking huge, walking around, fucking muscle just flabber up like that, wobbling all over for the muscle. But they like it, people out there were amazed with us because of the size of me. But I was always polite to people. I'm never ever nasty or horrible. And if anyone was stuck for it, I'd always help them out. A few times it'd be like 10 lasses out there. Didn't even know them. They'd be saying, "Oh, we're going to be short to see you there. There's a quick, get yourself in." Didn't even know these girls. Never even spoke to them. I'd give them the money just to get in, just to make people happy. That's what I was like. Even I had my own raves. I'd see a load of people coming, like say 10 young lads and maybe fucking 5 lasses with them, and I think I can use all together. Go and get yourselves in for now. It's on me tonight. I'll let them all in for fuck all because I had the clubs. And that way, the next time they'd come and go and they'd pay, they'd be over the moon because they'd been in for free. You'd treat people, be nice to people, people be nice back with you. Never been called a bully in my life. The only time I've been called a bully was that daft little cunt, that author. These stupid little fucking stupid Ebenezer Green splat. You can tell it's that divvy cunt. The way he talks, he's a crank, absolute crank. Absolute crank. He's saying now, he's going to slap me all over. You couldn't slap your fucking self, you idiot. Subbed Hangman never. Yeah, BCM's, that was it. Spot on, Quaver. Oliver Quaver. Quiver. 148 on. 69 thumbs up. Come on, let's get these like buttons pushed. Yeah, that was brilliant in there, that BCM's. Yeah, all the she'll tell you if you've been, all the floor fucking opens up. We're diving in the floor. What the fuck's going on? We're diving in the swim pools. Fucking huge it was. It must have been about 40, 50 dollars on. I got on with them all nice lads and that from London and Manchester, all over the place. Loads of scousers. All right there, kid. All right there, kid. Fancy a bit of me? I've got me fucking on, thanks. All right there, kid. All right there. There's always fucking loads of scousers together. They're all like 6, 7, 8 of them together. I got on with them, mate. I got on with them all. I'm just have a laugh with them. Big fucker, you like? You're a big leg. All right there, like kid. Liverpool with them. Got on with them all there. Top the bullying in the jail with us fucking divvy in there bullying everyone. Fucking big, massive fucking farmer type big bills. And we bring, like, making them, getting them to bring the smacking used to come in, shit it out on the floor, and we had to clean the floor. I fucking chinned him, mate, and knocked him sparkles in the fucking, in the showers. And bang, bang, hit him with a body shot. No, hit him with a body shot, and then hit him with the right hand, dropped him. And that was the end of him, the fucking tosser. He got 10 years for glass and a screw. No, glass and a copper. And 10 or 12 years for armed robbery. 22 years ago. But he thought he could have a go with me. He thought, big lump. See what you do, you never stand square on. If you stand square on, you get caught, you go on your ass. So he went like that to make himself look big, because he was a big lad, about 18 stone, about 6'4". And so somebody moved in, I just went like bang to the body and right up a cut to the head, he was gone. Legs like all over the fucking wobbling, like fucking just fell, couldn't get up, balance gone. It's called the equilibrium in your brain once you get that offset. Yeah, BCMs, yeah, I remember it. Fucking packed to the brim. Honest to God, fucking chock-a-block. Made my club look like a fucking kiddie fucking playground. On the swings. Fucking huge it was, but yeah. I was there on the shorts and then Bacardi and Coca-Cola. No more Bacardi Coca-Cola. No more Boogie. But the Boogie Club was fucking shite. It was fucking terrible. When you went down the stairs, it was steep as fuck. This was the other, I think it's Palmer, isn't it, that side? And that one's the other side, isn't it? So I think it's Palmer the other side. And they were all massive boats. We went there, went to go to the consulate in the end. And we thought we were going to see a bloke come out with a fucking striped suit on and a bowler hat and everything. It was fucking Spanish. Which we couldn't do fuck all. I just paid the fine. I didn't give a fuck. £1,500 to me then was nothing. Everything boxed off. 3 closing and 3 new build deals. Howl ahead. You all right, howl ahead? Positive vibes. Yes, Carol's telling you press the like buttons. Don't want to start with Carol. You're only little, but you won't have till you're off. Steve Mac and Olivia. Steve Mac's daughter, they're best friends. They both can fight for fun. They like to lead up in Brian Cockerill and the girls. They're only young kids. Fucking lethal, yeah. Both of them. The boyfriends, when the boyfriends go out and mum say, make sure you look after it, and the girl go, we will. Don't send it the other way around. Make sure you look after them, the girls will go, we will look after the lads. Instead of the other way around. The lads saying, yeah, we'll look after, don't worry, I'll look after your daughter. It's the other way around with them too. So don't worry, I'll look after your son. They're not bothered about anyone, they don't give a shit. And when I got Kirkcaldy. Remember a place called Kirkcaldy? That's where Jockey Wilson lived from. Kirkcaldy. It's a good little dart player. Where we used to, I never seen him. I used to see him on the steps. I used to work the doors there, Redcar, and they used to have the World Championship there. And you used to see Eric Bristow, all them top players. Never seen Phil Taylor there, but I've interviewed him. I've got his number. He phones me all the time. Phil Taylor, he's a lovely bloke. He's really good at darts. Big Papa Robbo. He's he's fighting 25 days. You're going to have to get up and see him before you have the fight. And go through everything with you. We'll get it all sorted. Then you have to come up and tell everyone you won. I'm going to come down anyway and video it. Freedom. 25 days he fights. He's got it sorted. He's a lovely lad. He is a lovely lad. He is. He hasn't got an evil bone in his body. Do out for anyone he would. Lovely human being. But he can fight for fun. Big as a fucking monster. Big as a fucking bear. But he's just gentle with it as well. But I wouldn't like to be on the other side of him when he snaps. But he is a nice man. Don't have to be bullying people, fucking throwing your weight around when you fucking can fight. They do it for, these do it for themselves. People know that. And you get, hey, Barry, you all right, Barry, son? Love you, son. Cafe Benidorm these days, Magaluff. Yeah, it used to be called Bananas, Barry, if you don't remember, but Mr. Banana clubs, and fucking, I went and won a bottle of champagne in there, me, Flea and Steve, the lad I was with. It was good to be there, but there was another place across the road, I can't remember that one, that was quite big. But it was chocker. I tell you when it was on, do you remember when Ireland, when they were in their World Cup? When Ireland won the World Cup, they got the semi-finals or some quarter-finals or something. We went then, it was great. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, fucking hell, they said, you get out of the truck. I was going to stretch our legs out of the way or something on my head. All this. Like that, dead fucking serious faces, you know, in Spanish, you know what they're like. And I went, what the fuck's going on? We've only been fucking like handcuffed as well. Oh, we fucked, we're going to get killed here. I thought we were going to get shot in the middle of nowhere. You know, we play a big joke. We play a big trick. We play a big trick on you. You get back in vehicle. You get back in van with the fucking shouting. I was like, fuck for that. Don't say nothing else. Don't even say a fucking word. Keep your mouth shut. Fucking hell. Yeah, that film, Midnight Express, that was what it was called. I was like, fucking that. I'm fucking hell. Yeah, and when we met Chipper, because he was a friend of like little Brian, Sean Dave's next door neighbour, Brian Tomo, that was it. Best friends with him. He said, tell me I sent you all that. So I went over and he said, I know Brian. Fucking everyone knows Brian Cockerill. He said, I've never only been here two. You've only been here 2 nights in this fucking toll station out the front. They must have obviously sussed us, contacted the police back with the passports. And obviously, when we were in the club, like I say, that woman was walking around. And then she was going over checking Pete. When you fucking right, she is a copper. I said, look at her shoes, high heel shoes in a fucking rave club. Fucking stop, tights on. You'd be sweating like a fucking pig. You'd have a pair of shorts on, a pair of trainers on. You don't wear that type of stuff. No. See, obviously, them police aren't as clever as the police over here, nowhere near. They are now, they are good at the ones where they get them on the beach with the drugs and stuff. In the nightclubs, they're still fucking dead well country, really. I mean, you can't even drink your own water, can it? It's fucking minging. Poisons you. Dee, don't forget to push the like buttons. Carol's daughters. They're a nightmare, aren't they? Carol, ha. Well, they're not. There's nothing wrong with them kids. They're brilliant kids. I love them to bits of both of them. Great kids. They're always so polite. Beautiful kids. Lovely. They don't like bullies either. Both of them hate bullies. Both of them can't stand bullies. Both the top of the both of them. The one thing they do hate is bullies. Can't stand them. Contact, yeah. Positive vibes, good lad. Yeah, 73 thumbs up, 143 on. Come on, guys, push the like buttons. Bend over. Hi, big fella, Emma and Bobby. Yeah, we're okay, mate. I hope you're okay. Peterhead, that's Scotland, that Peterhead. Townhead, that's where I was born. Townhead, that's where I'm from, my family. Townhead, Monklands, it's called Monklands, where it's at, you know, the top, like the area. Townhead, Monklands, no bother. Right, coffee. Weird city. Thank you, son. You're a gentleman. Love you to bits. Yeah, so that idiot now said I'm homophobic. He's homophobic when you don't like gay people. Fucking crank me. My niece is gay. Fucking divvy. Absolute divvy. Like I say, I tell you one night, I worked on a door, right? And there was this kid used to come in, he was a gay kid. He come in the club and we worked in about 12 stone, about 22-year-old. Didn't look nothing. 12 stone, 22-year-old, just a kid. He used to come in. I was about 27 or 28, I think. Right, big guy. Hi, son. Are you all right? And talking on the door. And there was 2 doormen. So we were short that night because it was supposed to be 6 on, 2 were off. I think we had a virus. So we were on the door. About 6, 7, 8 lads come up. Trying to have a go with it. Anyway, fucking one was like, one was the European kickboxing champion. Like kickboxing shite. Tried all that kung fu shite. He tried to kick me. I just grabbed his leg. Went fucking through in the air. Went spinning off the fucking thing. Fell down the stairs. And he'd come in there, hit him left over. And he fell down the steps and landed in the fucking bus shelter with a big trophy. He had a big trophy with him. Trying to get in. So I took my shoes and socks off and I threw them on the roof. He had to walk home with no shoes and socks. The daft cunt. Trying to get in with it. I said, you can't let you in with the trainees on. I said, I'm going to get the sack. I said, I'll let you go home. I'll pay for the taxi and I'll let you in for free. Because it would say a £5 to get in for the two of them. And it would say a £5 for the taxi there and back. So I'm the European champion. Don't give a fuck who you are. You're not getting in. I'll get the sack. And he knocked the cunt out. Anyway, I hadn't seen him a couple of weeks later and he was all right with us. He was a really good boxer, really good at that thing. But that's somebody, he weighed about 12, 13 stone. So as at that, I'm fighting. And I bit him. And anyway, another one's grabbed me back. And I've got him on my back. I can't get this cunt off my back. I'm trying to get him off my back. And the lad who was gay ran over and punched him right in the fucking face and sparked him. Knocked him clean out. And to look at him, you wouldn't think he could fight. And obviously, being a gay lad, you always have that thing that, oh, he's not a fighter, he's a gay lad. Fucking I know some lads who can fight for fun, gay lads. Got fuck all to do with that. So some of them can really fucking fight. Got nothing to do with being gay, having a fight. Fucking hell, there's loads of people who can fight. But you get that shock, don't you? But yeah, he sparked the fucking lad clean out. There's no wrong being gay, nothing whatsoever. I've never said that. I've never ever said that. You just fucking try to twist everything. You'll talk about something like, say, Tommy Jenkins a lovely lad. So you'll say Tommy Jenkins lovely, and you'll go, and that Andy Smith's horrible cunt. So you'll go, that Tommy Jenkins, stop. That Andy Smith's horrible cunt. Then you'll put the horrible bit, splice them together and make it look like it's me saying one thing. He's a horrible, horrible cunt. He did it with the courtroom, went to the courts, we won the court thing. The judge, he made a false pretending. He pretended he walked from the magistrates. We had a false courtroom hearing to put a magistrate up. It was Spanish magistrates, funny enough. They were going, there's nothing coming out. So we were at court, we were on the phones, and you had to give your name and address, tell them what it was about. I'm here today for a pre-action disclosure, Your Honour. So he said, Mr. Cockerill, then he would talk, scruffy cunt. And then the other one would talk with the judge, and then he would say what's going on. So he recorded, and you're not allowed to record in the courtroom. You're not allowed to go with any hearing devices, any phone recordings, any tape recordings, or any visual or audio recordings, or any type of recordings. So that arsewipe recorded the conversation, so it was on the phone. Then put it on and went, my name is Jamie Daniel. And they went like this. The judge's mouth went that, and then it went, my name is Jamie Daniel. And then it went, right, then it came out the voice about fucking 5 seconds later. I thought, you fucking idiot. Can I go free and all this shit? Anyway, then the judge would come on with me. The judge would go, I'm Judge Cook. And it went, then my name's Judge Cook came out about 10 seconds later. Absolute worst fucking dubbed up fucking thing ever done. So I went to the judge. The judge sent me the letter. I got upstairs. The judge said he's been charged under Section 248A, I think it was, under the misuse of explicit recordings are not allowed to be used in a courtroom of law. So he was charged. He was given contempt of court. So I thought you were in that fucking court, you fucking moron. You got charged contempt of court by Judge Cook, who was the judge residing over the case. But when it went to court, when you got done by Judge Gargan. I've got the letters off the fucking judges upstairs. You just lie about every single fucking thing. You come out with your brains lies. So he got done for contempt of court, and he got 13 penal notices, which means you have to comply with the court order. He couldn't comply with it, so the judge ended up giving me the court order himself. And just, if you go on, I win my court case, you'll see it. You'll see exactly what we won. But he's just a fucking compulsive liar. But why have all your books been taken down then now? Why is it not on Amazon? Why have you got no books, no audio books up? Why have you got no books? Where's this Paul Sykes book you're doing? Where's the Paul Sykes movie? Because it's all been cancelled, because they've all fucked you off. Everyone's binned you. You've been found lying about everyone. You've tried to cause trouble with everyone between different people. You've been found out. That's what happens in the end. Pretending you're doing this, pretending you're doing that. It's all shit. He told me he had £1 million for a movie for Paul Sykes. Next day, it's not a lot really. I said, it's all right for a local film. It's not massive. I said, because you can't like, fucking hell, 50 million, 100 million, some big movies. Some are 300-400 million. And he said, oh, all right. And the next day, I went, won't believe they've offered another $1 million. How have you got that off? He went, oh, I'm sworn to secrecy. Because you never had it, did you? You hear me? It's all shit. And that was 3 years ago, he said that to me. Three and a half years ago. Still no Paul Sykes movie. No, the movie's supposed to happen in 2014. Nothing's been said. You just pretended. You put your own spin on it, as you call it. There's no movie. You cuckoo. You're full of cuckoo. Bend over. Read. Yeah, so it was good in there. It was good there. Went to the rave. Used to have the raves all over. So a guy started a guy's address of being a gay. Turns out the mixed martial art fighter at night house, back and forth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You never judge your book by what you do. You judge fucking Jamie tinfoil fucking books. They're all shit, every one of them. Yeah, never judge your book. There's a lad I know called Frank Atherton. He was about 60-year-old, about 5'7", about 11, 12 stone. Fought in Madison Square Garden boxing. He had 17 fights in America. He won them all. It was from St. Helens. They're like, oh, that love. So they have that accent. Even the normal lads have that accent. The ones who don't get it. But he had that thing. He used to have a little gold tooth in. He used to have it all smart, his little handkerchief in his pocket and all that, and a little gold bracelet and that, and they're watching him. He was smart as a carrot, the old-fashioned ones. And this lad come in one night, he went, oh, you look like your little gay fucker. He went, oh, fit him this right uppercut. And just knocked him clean out. I was about 16 stone, sparked him. He fell down about 5 steps. He was knocked out for about 20 fucking minutes. Fucking lethal he was. And then Emma was out one night and he was with there. And he started to river and he said, come over being a bully. And he took 20 Clem. And he hit him, dropped him, 20 stone bloke by a bloke about 5'7". All right, love, I'll sort this out, and you think he's a bit limp-wristed type of thing. And he just knocked him clean out again. Good lethal he was. Little Frank Atherton from Middlesbrough. Everyone knows him. Passed away now, but everyone knew him in the old days. So wet the dog was at Leo's. Great lad. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. I'm going out tonight because my side's killing me. I've just got my meds back today. Don't forget to push the like buttons. 80 on, so I think we'll get over 100 tonight. I'll just stay on then if you want me to stay on, for fuck's sake. If you want me to stay on, push the number 1 buttons. No, just push the 1 button if you want me to stay on, and I'll come stay on. No, the 1 button's on your channel. There's one at the bottom, freedom. No 1. So 2 are on now. 3. If you want me to stay on, I'll stay on. Tell you more stories about the old days. I become one to stay on. Sorry for calling you cunts. Oh, don't be grasping up the social, what do you call it? He's grasped me up to the door. I've been lucky. I've never claimed all in my life. He's grasped me up to the fucking Inland Revenue. I've always paid my tax. He's fucking bonkers. Touch the like button, shadow band on that. On here, just one floor said fuck all wrong. All the head. So I guess it looks like a fucking unanimous decision here. Nearly everyone's pushed the like button. I've not pushed the number 1 buttons. Paul Hobson, the only one who hasn't done it. He's the only one who hasn't done it. Yeah, they're going up and up and up. Here, this is Ed Gillies done it. Freedom. Yeah. So we used to wet the door. When I first wet the door, though, when I worked at doors, it was more rough then than it is now. Because people would want to fight you. For fights, you just want to fight doormen. And to train to fight, you have fucking come to fighting. We lived in Redcar, it was about 4 miles from the town centre, and it was a seafront. It was a pub called Leo's. I got my first job there. I think I was 20 years old. I got a job there, and I worked there. And I worked at the top deck, and then I worked at Leo's. I worked at Sharky's. I worked every fucking where. Worked all over the country, all different places. And the worst place I worked on was a place called Spennymoor. So it was all like villages, but there was loads of them national fronts up there. So we goes up one night, and we used to go up. John Black got a Jaguar, a bit like Arthur Daly's Jaguar. I remember he paid 16 grand for it at the time. It was a lot of money now, but then it was a lot. So we hadn't got it with him. We went to something to eat. We'd been waiting in Leeds because John DePledge run the doors there. And his doorman beat these lads up bad with sticks and that. So they couldn't get them on the door, so we had to work for that weekend. So we went up there. Me and Tony Johns, Bernie McDevitt, Little Gunner. Also went. It was 6 of us, I think, went. Steve Colville, John Black. We all went up there. We went on the doors up the lead. It was okay. But when we were working at the other club, he used to come in his car and he was the cunts when Spennymoor was. So working on the door in Spennymoor, used to go in. It was like downstairs. It was called the Top Hat. So you went upstairs, called the Top Hat, and downstairs was a little pub. So we're in there, and working on the door. So anyway, these fucking lads come, braces on, Arrington jackets, fucking Dr. Martin boots on, Nashville front. First time I'd seen them like live, I've seen them on the telly with the braces and the vest and all that shit, Arrington jackets and them Fred Perry t-shirts and stuff. So they're all there. There's about 30, 40 of them. So they're throwing fucking coins at us. I thought, fucking kid, I'm picking all these coins up, about 40, 50, couple, 2 or 3 quid at the end, after about 4 coins at us. So next minute, we're on the door, and they're like stood there, and most of them went. So I'm stood there, and the next minute, fucking, this one, I'm not fucking scared of you. Anyway, I've come out to have a fight. So he's come at me, this lad, and I've when he left out him, another one, I've right hooked another one, and then I've grabbed one by the shirt and fucking thrown right across the road. And this other one's jumped up a bit, left out. He's got down, he went, that never hurt. That never hurt, you fucking dickhead. You might have dropped me, but you never hurt me. So he's like that, and I'm like, right, have a go. And then another couple come forward and walked forward, and they all ran off. So as he's jumped up like this, he's turned around like that, and he's ran backwards going, that never hurt, that never hurt. He ran backwards like that. The car went, boom, banged him, knocked him over. I went, fucking hell, he's dead. So the next second, I'm on the door. About an hour later, this copper's walking the street with another copper. The other copper goes across the road. Anyway, fucking next minute, comes to the door, he says to me, because the ambulance coming, everything for him. Got him in the fucking ambulance and everything, put him in the ambulance. And he's gone. So anyway, they moved the car and all that. So, copper said, oh, what happened there, officer? Like, he said, well, you know the lad who got knocked over? I said, yeah, I seen that when I come out. Just coming downstairs when it happened. He said, well, that funny thing was, that was his own car. And that was his brother-in-law coming to pick him up. So he got knocked down by his own fucking brother-in-law in his own fucking car. I thought, that'll fucking teach him. But when he got knocked over, I forgot to say to you, when he hit him like that, bang, dropped him. And he hit the floor. He went, that didn't hurt. When he ran back like that, the car went, boom, just hit him rocket, just as he's walking, went bang. The car hit myself. That fucking hurt though, didn't it? All the time, I laughed like, fuck it, him. Broke both his legs, poor cunt. He come back about fucking 6 months later. I asked him to get back in, I let him in. He doesn't used to bear grudges. Some people get drunk and do daft things, and you just let them off. Mark Dragon, stay on. I want to hear some more Scottish stories. And he said, Dryden, that's a Scottish name, Dryden. I don't know what to talk about Scotland. The Scottish story, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else did I do when I worked the door? I used to call me Scotch Bride when I worked the door for years. I was about 20-year-old. Scotch Bride. All right, I need bother, pal. Need bother. Say some more and put the dinner in the oven. Put the dinner in the oven. It's in the dog. The dinner's well gone. The dinner's well gone. The fucking in the dog. Paul Lobson, Weird City, New Erdberg. Yeah, so like I said, we worked the doors, so you'd go and have like fights or so, and then they'd come down the next week with like the brother and the uncle and the dad and that, and they'd want to fucking fight you on the beach because we were on the beach. And we used to be a pier years and years ago, maybe 100 years before. It used to be a big pier, and then it got burned. They cut it off. So they had Leo's. It was called Leo's because the man was called Peter Lyons, and the other one was called Peter Lyons and Phil Lyons. They were 2 ex-coppers, and they got the club. They got kicked out of the police force for batting someone truncheons, and they got kicked out. And the money they got, they bought the club with. But I used to work there. We used to work for another bloke called Smithy. He was a good bloke, Ian Smith. He used to run it. He was a multi-millionaire. He said, the big fella, because little Frankie I was telling you about, who was from St. Helens, he got to meet him. He used to drive him around. He was a multi-millionaire. Smithy had nightclubs all over. He owned the Fillmore's on the right when you go down Saltburn. And on the left, there's a big, massive house on the left. That's his house. He's passed away now. I think his wife still got the house. He used to own another place called Rushpool Hall. Beautiful place on the back road. As you're going up to Saltburn, on the back country roads, and people would book like the wedding there. Beautiful place, like stunning. You know, people with big long wedding dresses on. So like people had lot people book it had a lot of money. It wasn't just like a normal day out. It was like a big, massive, beautiful, big chandeliers and everything there. Millions and millions of pounds. place it was. 84 likes, smack the likes. Don't forget to get over 100. Yes, you're getting there, Johnny Jump. Come on, Johnny. Yeah, so what else was I did? Yeah, so when we were in what was I going to say? When we were in, what else was I saying? Let me think. The club. So a white American bulldog is that dog had before Eli. No, that was Emma's dog, that one. That was Emma's, and the neighbour looked after him for ages, and we ended up giving the neighbour it because he was with him more than us, type of thing. So I had Scrappy. Scrappy was fucking huge. Scrappy was 10.5 stone. He was American Akita. That was Brunson. Still see him. But he was always biting, nipping him, and he was a fucking nightmare. He was a really, really bad dog. It's like, nippy type of thing. He was strong, really strong as well. Couldn't half run. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, when we had the clubs, we were on the door one night, and we're in Stockton. So these lads come from another part. They're coming from Middlesbrough, from well known from Grove Hill, and they were like the main lads there. There was about 12 of them. So they come in. They were known. They used to have wax jackets, like a wax jacket where you go fishing. They used to wear them on the door, and they'd have a stick up there, and it'd be about that thick. About that long, they'd have it up to the length of the arm, like that, their arm like that. And if anyone come, they'd just flick out and just fucking hit you with it. So my mate we were there, and Henry Wharton was fighting for the British middleweight title, and the Travellers were all up from down that way, and they're coming to Stockton, and we were out in the club. Anyway, we were in this club. We goes to go in. There's a couple of lads from London come up to see me. I used to work with these. I can't say the family, but the big family, not the Richardson of Craze, but that type of family, them type of family. I was working for them, and they came up, and we went to go in the club, and there was a dog in a clever cunt. It was $5 on. And they went, "Oh, you have to pay to get in now." I never used to pay. It was only fucking £1. It meant nothing to me, but they were being clever. Try to be clever, because anyway, I was with these lads. I went, I don't have to pay. And neither do these. Anyway, he tried to stop me, so I hit him the left toe, dropped him, and he hit the other one in the right hand, and I dropped them both at the same time. So the other one ran off in the toilet and left the other two. That was like 3 of them. And then there was 2 in the door, and he was fighting this lad. And it was like them revolving doors that go around like that, them doors that go around when you go to hospitals. It was like one of them. So I'm fighting with him. He's throwing a few punches, misses me. I've caught him. I've hit him, and I've stuck him in the corner of the door. So the door stops moving around. It's like a round door like that. So he's stuck in there, and I'm going bang, 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 all over the body, shots and everything. Can't knock this cunt out. And my mate just opened the door, and he just collapsed on the floor, fucking knocked him out. Sparked him in the club, and I was fighting, and he had a fucking £1,000 bracelet and a £1,500 bodybuilder I'd made, a bodybuilder like that. And I lost the fucking £2,500 fucking pound I lost off a chain in this bodybuilder. I used to have loads of gold then, loads and loads of it. So I lost the fucking thingy in the club, £2,500 fucking pound, fucking gold. Didn't cost me that much, but that's what it was worth. Put on some, please. David was put time out, please. Someone got put time. I don't know what it means that. So Spennymoor was a rough place up there, like I say, with them National Front. We used to go up, and then we were there to fight with all the motorbikers, and then we ended up fighting with them. And then they ended up being our friends, and they used to come up, and we'd be fighting. The bikers used to help us fight the fucking the National Front ones. It was fucking mad up there. So only little villages, but they're all amalgamated together. There's loads of them. Fucking mental. Worked in a door in Darlington. Went there with Sean Day. Me and Sean were in there. So we're on the door, flat. He's passed away. The one in the video, you see the big lad, big heavy lad. Training. We're on the door there, and I was only 21. It was like Mickey White and Mickey White and Mickey White, Mickey Bolero, that was it. 2 Travellers there were the best fighters there. So they came in, Mickey White said, "How are you, son?" I'm taught him that. He's about 40-year-old. The other one was about 35 or something. Anyway, it kicked off. There was a load of fucking Darlington football, loads of goods in there. And in them days, you used to have like an ashtray, big massive ashtrays like that, glass ones, dead thick. So I'm in the bar, and I'm at the bar, and they're at the door. Anyway, they've gone in the back way, because you go in the front way and the back way, and they've sneaked in the back way. And they started to kick off with these other young lads who weren't fighters. It was called Harvey's Wine Bar. It was like the cobble paths on Coronation Street, fucking nightmare if you slide on them. So anyway, I've gone in and have a go at them. That's how we behave, lads. And I've had a fight and I've hit two of them, put them down. And I've grabbed one, and I fucking bit a chunk out of his face, fucking, because the other one's hit me across the face here with a one of them fucking glass ashtrays. Fucking, he broke my cheekbone, and my eye was all cut, pouring the blood. So I've grabbed this other one, taken him out unconscious like that. I've got him, but I've just bit a big chunk out of his face, fucking screaming like a fucking baby. And then I've had fighting and punching. But anyway, they came in, showing them, bashed them, got them out the fucking club. But yeah, some situation where you're in, you've got to keep fighting now. You can't just give up. But you get these fuckers run off and leave you. I've been on the dog, they've run off and left me. I've been fucking stood fighting 5 or 6 people on my own. They've run off, been getting paid off the fucking staff for 2 years. And then as soon as the shit hits the fan, still running, you can't do that. You've got to fucking stand your ground. Once you run once, that's it. Your name's finished. Boyle must be fucking completely gone everywhere he goes. He runs. He's going to slap me about. Fuck, you couldn't slap yourself. Crank. You can't even stop yourself from pissing yourself. You piss the bed every day of the week, nearly. You piss your own bed, piss up your wife's back every night, nearly. She does 2 days a week working and just 5 days a week washing the sheets. Pisses the fucking bed nearly every night. You're miles behind for some reason. Their heads bashed in, yeah. Not the fucking heads bashed in. Weird City. Scotland didn't it? Hang on, dudes. Carlisle used to be in Scotland, didn't it? Carlisle's the last place before Scotland, isn't it? It's just something you go to, not Carlisle, it's Carlisle, that's what's it called? It's a little tiny place. It's the only English town. It's in the Scottish League. I forgot the fucking name of it now. I can't remember. Oh, it's like a little village. It's like a little beautiful place. Where you get cards in the winter. A Christmas card. It's like that type of town. Christmas card town when you take all the snow. Fucking beautiful. Berwick-on-Tweed, I think it's called. If my memory serves me right. I've been about 5 times. Beautiful people up there. They're from England, but they speak Scottish. And the money's different up there in Scotland. So this fucking gobshite, he builds houses, multi-millionaire, clever cunt. Cockerill usually mate used to own burger vans and everything. We'll just get him shot. We can pay 10 grand each. There was 3 of them. They're all called Tommy. Every one of them called Tommy, the same name. Tommy. So went to one house. He was about 6'6", 6'7", big skinny cunt. One of them would drink 10, 20 pints a day in the pub. The other one had a van and he had a house up Spennymoor. And he had a load of travellers. And they had him followed because he used to have a Weimaraner dog. And and that's right. They've been shot because they were doing cigarettes as well. So we got them. So I thought they were clever. They attacked my mate. They were going to pay 20 grand to get me shot, they said. So I've grabbed one in the house over the border, near the Bongo, near the police station is now. And he shit himself. And then I got the other one at the burger van because he worked there, which made a fortune at the football ground with the burger vans. And then the other one lived in, he lived in Spennymoor, and then the other one lived in Middlesbrough, but he built houses. So I've gone up where Ruud van Nistelrooy, remember Ruud van Nistelrooy? He lived there, was the manager of Newcastle, and he lived across the road, Alan Shearer. So he was up there. This is what these type of houses they build, multi-million pound houses for the Wynyard, it's called. It's the richest place up here where we live. So I've gone for this lad, and he's up these ladders at the very top of the fucking ladders. But he could have a bit of a fight, this kid. He wasn't big, he was only about 12, 13 stone. Anyway, I said, come here, you want it? He said, no, you're going to hit me. I said, no, come here. So I went and walked around the other side. And what he done is he grabbed these ladders and he slid all the way fucking from the top to the bottom and ran like 4 across the field, but couldn't go after him because I was in a Cosworth. And you just got caked in mud. So I let him get away because it's better doing that. So anyway, he phoned one of the travellers up and said, look, we'll get the police. Get the fucking police. I'm going to still smash your fucking face in. So anyway, they decided to meet us. So they met us at this place, I won't say where. They met us at a special place, like near a pub. And they come and he said, I said, we're taxing you, fucking mouth for not going to shoot me. Oh, it was a joke. I said, no, it's not a joke now. You owe me 20 grand. He went, 20 grand each. Now, all I wanted really was 20 grand off the 3. But because he turned around to 20 grand each, went, costing me 20 grand each, what do you think? I think I'm fucking daft. I've tapped the lad under the, stood next to him, I've tapped, he went to say, I tapped his foot with my foot straight away and he was onto me. Clever lad, not an idiot. So 60 grand. I said, yeah, yours 60 grand. Cheeky cunts. You look, you don't take 100. And if you've got a week to get it, you have 100 grand. Allegedly, this, by the way. So the next minute, they phoned up and said, oh, we're not paying you. I said, aren't you? He said, no, we're not paying you. You don't know where we live. And I said, I don't know. You've got a brown Weimaraner dog. You've just had a piano delivered 4 days ago. You had to take the back window out of your house to get the piano in the house. Well, I'll pay it. So anyway, because he was cheeky cunt, I charged him another 10 grand. So when they come to see me, they give me 70,000. They give me £60,000 in £20 notes, and then give me 10,000, and it was £100 notes. He said, oh, there's 60 grand in English money and there's 10 grand in Scottish. I went, no bother, that'll do me. I'm Scottish anyway. No bother. I got £70,000 off the cunts. Anyway, 2 days later, got another lad called Charlie. He was getting bullied off these travellers, and he gave me 20 grand to get these lads wanted 40 grand off him. I got 20 off him, and I gave the lad 2 grand who gives the job, and I went with the other kid who was involved. So I made another 12 grand that day. So it was like fucking 70. Well, like they had to go after the lads. So we had 35 grand each, and I got 12 the next day. So it was fucking great that month. But yeah, sometimes you get them fucking brilliant, sometimes you get them shit. But they were the good taxes, easy peasy. But these were millionaires, these fuckers. So they knew when I said, you live in that house, and you've had to take the back window out of them, because I would never have done it until they started shouting the house off. Because I was helping other cigarette men. Because what happened, people were getting like money off there. They were getting shut down the works. They were losing the jobs, so they put the money into fags. So they all kept getting taxed off, travellers all over the place. They said, right, if we pay you. And then I started doing that as well. I stopped doing the drugs. And I started getting people. I'd say to someone, if you want to go and get your ego to it and give me, say, 50 pence on each one. So say they were getting them for the £1, £2.50, I was getting 50 pence, but I wasn't doing nothing. So I was still getting, they were getting 10,000 something. So I was still making thousands of pounds. I wasn't selling the drugs. I wasn't taking them. And I wasn't distributing them. I was just saying, go to him. In Bradford, go to him. In York, go to him, and such and such. And I was never carrying nothing, never had out. I mean, that's how I never got caught. The cops were fucking raging because they knew what I was doing, but because I wasn't taking it, wasn't selling it, didn't have it in my house, didn't have it in my hands, didn't have the drug deal near me, didn't have no money in it, didn't have no phone calls apart from like go to a payphone and say, can I have 5 of them lorries? That would mean 5,000 each. Can I have 5 of them BMW tyres? That would mean 5 kilos of coke. Could I have 2 bags of that Slim Fast? That would mean fast, means speeds fast. So you'd have codes for different names for different things, and one would obviously be one. Then you go, I want one. I could do a ton of that, meaning a full ton, tons of 1,000 or 1,000 of them, like that. So they would know if anyone was listening. You could always say it was for tyres of a car. Oh, it was tyres. We're talking about tyres. What are you fucking on about? So you'd always have to have the backup. But because you're just on you're on play phones. I'd just go to the shop, number one, or just go to the red shop or the blue shop, and they know exactly what number that is by the numbers on the thing they've got. And I never used to use the mobile phone hardly. They never got caught. Always use that. I used to use walkie-talkies and everything. Walkie-talkies and stuff when we were doing jobs. But never used the phone. Use the easy phone at home. I'll give you somebody else your car and the phone. They're driving about answering the phone. Well, I've been out all day. They tell you where you've been. I was in that thingy, I was in here, I was in there, I was there. And then your phone's registered everywhere you've said you've been. You pretend you've been with that car and that phone. Like another thing I used to do, I used to go to Hertz, the airport. I'd rent a car for the day because I was going down somewhere to do a job. And I'd leave my car there and I'd take that car. And I'd be seen going out of my house in my car with the cops. I'd get away from them in the Cosworth and leave them. Put that car somewhere else, I think, a car park. Get a taxi from the club car park to Hertz, Hertz hire cars, hire the car off them, and then go in the hired car somewhere else. And I'd have like, obviously, a blue top, a white hat, and that. So I'd change it to a red top, a red jumper, and just change all these different. So the car's different, clothes are different, and I've got no phone. The phone's been given to somebody else by the time I've met them. So always think ahead. You get these people. Like I mean, it's a funny one. Me and my mate Flea were doing. We had two Kia, 2 speed in the car. I think it was about 30 or 40 grand. I don't think it was a Kia Coke in it. And we're driving, and we're going down the fucking road, and we come to these 4-way lights in Middlesbrough. The big road's on the left. Next minute, the fucking car stopped, stalled. we couldn't. He stole the car. But in a cheap, shitty car. So the cops come behind. Fucking hell, we're going to get caught here. And I said, don't panic, just get calm down. I said, hey, officer, I said, we're fucking stuck. He's broke down. I'll bump you off. So the cops got out with us. Push him with the cop, and he's pushing. Boom, boom, boom. Go on, go. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks very much. Pushing the car with 2 key of fucking speed in it. I think it's 30 or 40 grand the key of coke. But if you panic and go running all that shit, you get caught. It's got to be calm. I remember I was going to Hartlepool one night. The car was full of 9 bars of cannabis. It used to be called 9 bars in days because each one's 9. You get 36 ounces in a key, and you get 4 9s in 9 bars in the key as well. So then you cut it up into bits off you can sell it. So I used to sell it. I used to sell the kilos, not the ounces. We there for fucking ever. So I'm driving along. I think there's about 100 cannabis in the boat in the Cosworth, and it was 2 squaddies you call them. One's parked that way, one's parked that way. They talk to each other out the window. But where it's at Wolverston. There's a cut there, and it's down the motorway. You can see both sides, and they would phone. Such, whatever with phone, and they'd trap you and stuff. So fuck, it's about 10 o'clock at night, they're going to pull me. So I went over and pulled them. I went, hey, officer, you can't do us a favour. You don't know where the Hartlepool town hall is. I know to get obviously my Hartlepool, but I can't remember where the hall is. Or if you go straight down here, Brian, you obviously knew what it was. Go straight down here, go such and such, bam, and you turn left then, you come at the roundabout. Oh, yeah, that's where my mum lives. So just down St. Lane where you mean. And yeah, down that one, then go to Brenda Road. Go to such and such. I went off. Brilliant. Thanks very much, lads. I said, it's got to make someone there. Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, no problem. Have a good night. See you later. And I drove off with fucking 100 key of cannabis in the fucking boat. They're never going to think, well, we'll pull him. Because I've already pulled them. You know what I mean? So you've got to use your fucking brain sometimes. You've got to use your smarts. And they think, no, he's got fucking... They wouldn't even think in that in the brain because your body diffused it by pulling them. And that's getting where a certain place is. Right, I'm definitely going now because I'm knackered now. So, right, guys, thank you for tonight. Love you all. See you again tomorrow. And you, Ding Doyle, stop talking shit about me going to beat your son up. You fucking crackers, you are. Fucking loopy. He's